Okay, hello John. This is Mark here. This is your first time trying to use a guitar, and this is my first time trying to record a video on my computer. Haha, first for both of us. Okay, getting to know your instrument. This is a guitar. This is an electric guitar. You can tell because you plug it in to make it louder. Okay, you have 3 pickups. Okay, the pickups are magnets and they sense the vibration of the string and they send the signal to the output jack. This is a volume knob, makes it louder and softer. This is a tone knob, makes it dark or bright. Actually what it's doing is when you turn it to lower numbers, it rolls off the high frequencies so you don't hear the high frequencies as much. This is a 5-position switch, okay, 5-position pickup selector. So in this position, you're hearing just that pickup. They call it the neck pickup. Next one, you're hearing both of these, neck and center. Now it's just the center. One more, it's the middle and bridge pickup. And then the bottom is just the bridge. The bridge pickup tends to sound like it's the loudest because it's picking up the most vibration, okay, with these magnets. And it's slightly closer to the strings normally. This is the bridge of your guitar, okay? This is the nut up here, okay? The fretboard is where you play with your left hand. And of course, these are called frets along the way. The dots are called fret markers or inlays. Then we have tuning pegs up on the top here. These are tuning pegs, all right? This is called the head of the neck right here. This whole section is the head. Right now I have a tuner stuck on there. Okay, that's the head. Now I removed what's called the string trees. Okay, string trees are little devices that press down and they press a lot of tension down here on your strings to keep it real close, at a tight angle to the nut. And this is actually a bad idea because what happens is it creates 2 more pressure points where you can break a string. Okay, so you can break a string on either side of that string tree. Just, the reason why they're even there in the first place is because some people will pop off the string away from the nut, or in other words, out of its slot while they're bending a string. Okay, I don't think you're going to have that much problem on your guitar, so not to worry. Okay. What else? Oh, and basically you want the path of the string to be straight and no friction. Okay? Notice how Fender sets it up so these strings are very straight as they go along. Gibson and Martin do not do this. They make the string go at an angle toward the tuning peg, which creates friction. It could cause the string to break, but most likely what happens with Gibson and Martin guitars is that it makes it harder to tune these center strings that are bending at the greatest angle. Okay, it just makes it harder to tune them. Down here you have points of friction and a problem of breakage as well, right here. Now this surface is real smooth where the string lays in its saddle, so you don't have to worry that much there. But there is a very sharp angle, and it's sharper than most. And what I really dislike about this style, I don't know if you can see it in this picture here, but right where the string is changing direction, gosh, I need the third hand. Okay, so the string enters here, and then it hits a hard surface, and then it goes up into its saddle. That's what I don't like about this particular saddle. Okay, bad design. All right, it should go right up from the entry point to the curved part of the saddle without touching anything in between. Anyway, so there you go. So there's some parts of your guitar. As I was trying to tune this guitar, I noticed it has a very particular problem with the nut. The nut is too close, or I'm sorry, it's too far away from the first fret. This is a very common problem with many hundreds of guitars, and it seems like they don't really care or fix this problem until you get into like around the $1,000 range or so. But what that does is it makes it very hard to play your instrument perfectly in tune. So I'm not trying to say that this is a toy guitar, because it's definitely a step up from that. But it's not going to be something that you're going to do professional recordings with and try to get everything perfect, you know, in tune. Okay, so now let's get into playing your guitar, and that'll be lesson number 2.